Poetry Podcast. We're doing early spring and we're maybe slipping in a little bit of Valentine's.
Oh, most definitely, because it's tomorrow. So we're actually recording this on the 13th of February. It's come up very quickly.
Is that the least romantic night of the year?
Yes. Funny enough, before it used to be always such a big thing, or Valentine's, especially when you're at school. Is anybody going to give you a card, or are you going to give them a card? Or, you know, it's all flowers and teddies. And now I'm like, by the way, it's Valentine's tomorrow. Mark but this flea, and mark in this, how little that which thou deniest me is. Me it sucked first, and now sucks thee. And in this flea our two bloods mingled be. Confess it, this cannot be said, a sin or shame or loss of maidenhead. Yet this enjoys before it woo, and pampered swells with one blood made of two. And this, alas, is more than we would do. Oh stay, 3 lives and 1 flea spare, where we almost, nay more than married are. This flea's you and I, and this our marriage bed, and marriage temple is. Though parents grudge and you, we are met and cloistered in these living walls of jet. Though yous make you apt to kill me, let not to this self-murder added be, and sacrilege, 3 sins in killing thee, 3. Cruel and sudden hast thou since purpled thy nail in blood of innocence. In what could this flea guilty be, except in that drop which it sucked from thee? Yet thou triumphst, and sayest that thou findest not thyself, nor me the weaker now. 'Tis true, then learn how false fears be. Just so much honour, when thou yieldst to me, will waste, as this flea's death took life from thee.
I wrote this, but I'm not blaming anybody else for this. So it has got a central image in it, but it's very different to the flea, as you'll see as we get going. So this is called Battered Valentine.
Oh, okay.
And it's free verse, by the way. I hadn't bought you a gift. We didn't in those days, and yet you seemed uncommonly subdued that Valentine's night. So I did the only thing a man could do. I sent you out to buy some fish and chips. While you were gone, the rumbling, empty stomach of my wallet reminded me of the gifts that I could never give you. So the table and I, dressed for dinner, generic opera soared from tinny speakers, and Woolworth's Christmas lights were stars, a hasty constellation strung above our heads. We sit back at that table every Valentine's, chastened by the vinegary aroma of the passing years, the penniless decadence of youth, battered in encroaching middle age. You love me because I hung those stars for you. I love you because you still eat your chips out of the paper.
Oh, that's just wonderful. Absolutely. Well, I love this idea that actually sometimes familiarity and repetition is wonderful. Like every year, it's like that's what makes us feel wonderful. You know, this is the time when we sit together and it's our thing.
It's what we do every Valentine's now. We have fish and chips because that one night I completely forgot and went, just out you go.
Yeah. And actually, it's what made you close, because it was rather than performing reflections and me gazing up going, what if? And this is completely different. It's more of it's what I kind of describe almost like a greeting card kind of poem, but it describes how my friend is like a piece of cake.
Love it.
Okay. Here is a recipe for a wonderful cake. Ingredients chosen and perfectly baked. Sugar for sweetness and salt to taste. Currants for fruitiness. Real butter, that's best. Flour for substance and lemon for zest. And of course those spices from east and west. And when mixed together for the tin just right, and placed in the cooker for the magic to act, then what comes out so aromatic and sweet, the welcomed arrival of something unique, specially baked and a definite treat, far superior to all other sweets. A cake that makes any place a home, that lets friends share and chat when served with tea or on its own. A unique and individual slice that contains many flavours, that are natural, diverse, travelled and flavoured, that makes you feel happy when you've shared its life, special to each person, the consistency just right. So a fresh made cake so lovingly made, with all those ingredients carefully blend, that makes you feel that life is good even when your day has been askewed, that puts a smile on your face and warmth in your heart and makes you remember what life is about. And that's when I realised, and it seemed so plain, that you and my special cake are one of the same.
Oh, lovely.
Well, that's for Eunice, who,
Wow.
and actually I went down 2 days ago to see her, and we still managed to make it to the yurt, where they serve extra in Purbright in Surrey, where they do extra big cakes and tea, where we shared stories about, and also often, you know, these kind of stories of saints have analogies. I wonder what the dragon would have been an analogy for, unless there were really dragons roaming these parts.
Well, dragons are in cultures around the world, aren't
yes,
they?
there are. Yes.
You inspire. I was trying to find another poem about love, which I was thinking of about particularly, but I can't find it. I didn't bring it.
We can talk about dragons.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll do my other one.
Okay.
I will do my other one that I wrote. and
Yes,
then-
lovely.
So, do you remember when we did Christmas and I did Kylie sonnets?
Oh yes,
Yes,
I love
yes.
that. Yes.
So I've bought. I was not the obvious kind. I haven't bought the obvious one, which I was going to read the obvious one out, thinking obvious love song. We will do that. But no, this is another Kylie sonnet, but it's an obscure Kylie song,
Okay.
which not many people will know because I think it only got to about number 56. And it's called Crystallize. And when I put this collection together and I gave it to people, they picked it out as their favourite.
Wow.
So they didn't know the song, but apparently the poem works quite well on its own.
Okay.
And it's very lovely, and it's about friendship and all those things as well.
Oh, it's very apt still for Valentine's.
Absolutely.
Yes, we've kind of got a little road for Valentine's.
We
Or
have.
all encompassing.
When things cave in, and thou hast lost thy way, when everyone doth seem to disagree, when thou know not if thou shouldst go or stay, then all thou hast to do is turn to me. For even when we're free to get away, I won't let go, nor leave thee and take flight. For sweeting, I have got thee all the way, and all thou hast to do is feel the light. For when it's dark and everything's a mess, and we swim through a sea of broken dreams, oh, thou wilt find me shining to excess, as radiant as Phoebus' sunny beams. So come, and look thee deep into my eyes. Things will be brighter once we crystallise.
That is so beautiful.
Obscure Kylie song. now
Oh,
a
I
poem.
love that. It's like a hymn, like a prayer and a hymn.
Yeah.
That's from my heart. And that could...